Welcome into episode 6 of the TNS Energy Podcast. Today we will be discussing how to know if your warranty for your solar system is valid and also what to watch out for when you are getting a new roof installed. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the validity of these solar warranties. There's a bunch of different warranties going around out there. Every company's got every promise in the world, but how do you know if these warranties are actually going to pay off in the event that something does go wrong with your system in year 5, year 10, year 15, or whenever it is? The biggest indicator for the validity of the warranty is if it is backed by the manufacturer of the product. So there are plenty of products that have these 25-year manufacturer guarantees. That goes for panels, inverters, racking equipment, roof material if you're getting a new roof. All of that needs to be backed by the manufacturer. If you have a company just saying, we have a 25-year warranty, there's really no backing behind it. You need these to be backed by the people who made the product. Now, there are plenty of companies that do back their own product, but there is one key thing once you start dealing with manufacturers, and it is their location. Okay, so location. Now, what do I mean by that? To put it very simply, what I mean is, where is the manufacturer located? Where are these parts being made? It is a huge determinant on if this warranty is going to pay off 5, 10, 15 years down the line. You need an American manufacturer. If this manufacturer is not located in America, and in solar, there are a ton of foreign manufacturers that are selling their product through these installers in America. You need to watch out for this because that 25-year warranty is not as strong as you may think. So let's think about this logically. If you have a product from China, let's say, and something goes wrong with that panel, how much more complicated do you think it is for that installer to make that warranty claim to China? Where on the other hand, if you have an American-made panel and that panel's malfunctioning and you need a new one, how easy do you think it is for that installer to make a claim in America? Exactly. It's obviously much more simple to get that American-made panel rather than that panel made in China. So for peace of mind, for no headaches, you're going to want to make sure your panel is made in America. These companies that are selling these panels from across the world, they're simply doing it because they're cheaper and they're still charging you the same price as an American-made panel, if not more. So you got to watch out for this type of stuff because everyone's going to be telling you 25-year warranty, everything's backed, everything's covered. When in reality, when you dig into the warranties, you have to be looking out for stuff like this. So if you're looking to go solar, make sure these panels and all the equipment is being made by American-made companies because it will give you peace of mind over the life of that entire system. So now in regards to the roof, kind of stringing these warranties in with it, a lot of people are now getting these solar plus roof projects where they're kind of doing, kind of killing two birds with one stone. With the roof, it's the same thing, 25-year manufacturer-backed warranty, but it's less important about the location because most of these roofing manufacturers are in America. It's more the bigger problem with the roof is having the contractor do it correctly. So these roofing manufacturers, they essentially give steps and guidelines and the proper material to use their roof to make sure it's done properly. If your contractor doesn't follow these steps to a T, that puts your 25-year warranty not only at risk, but it makes it invalid. So now when you're doing these solar plus roof projects, you're dealing with a lot of companies whose priority is to get the solar on your roof. So they want to keep that roof price as low as possible and make it as painless as possible. So when you're doing these roofs, there's a lot of things that go into it. You have to have the shingle, obviously. You have to have the proper underlayment. You can't have weak and brittle plywood. The rafters can't be in bad shape. You have to have the drip edge or the ice and water shield. There's a bunch of things that go into these roofs where they need to be done properly. So what happens with these projects a lot of the time, if you're dealing with the wrong company, is they're going to start cutting corners on the roof just so they can get the solar up with the lowest amount of stress as possible. So that could mean not putting drip edge, not putting the ice and water shield, leaving some weak pieces of plywood, leaving some weak rafters, maybe some thin ones. They don't do proper sistering of the rafters so it has enough support for the solar. There's a bunch of ways that these roofers can cut corners to make sure they get to installation day for the solar. So when you're working with these roofers, you need companies that are going to point this stuff out. We just did a roof in Miller Place a week or so ago. It's one of the worst roofs that I've ever, seen in my life. The plywood was essentially wood chippings and the rafters were absolutely worn out. Instead of just running shingles over that and doing a bare minimum job, we go to the homeowner, we show them the pictures, say, hey, you really need this plywood fixed and these rafters are not in good shape, they're going to have trouble supporting the solar. They're going to have trouble supporting the plywood and the shingles that are on top of them as well. So in order for us to get this thing fixed properly, we need to do new rafters, new plywood, and then we can put the shingles on. So that's what you need out of your roofer. Someone who's going to make sure that he's abiding by all the codes from the manufacturer, not leaving weak plywood, not leaving weak rafters, not doing stuff like that where you're putting your own warranty at risk. So when you're doing these projects, you got to make sure that roofing system is being followed to a T. Okay, so that'll do it for this episode. Some very important information for you on your journey to finding the right fit for your solar and also your new roof if that is needed as well. Make sure your companies are located in America, and you got to make sure that the proper roofing system is being installed on your house so that 25-year warranty is intact while you have that new roof up. So if you're looking for a quote for solar, a roof, both, whatever it is, phone number, website, give us a call and we'll get you the best product in the network. Okay, see you soon.